welcome back. Give me a second. I need to do one more thing. I need to get my the throttle set here. So there we go. Yeah, so welcome back. Here we are in Heathrow this time in the PMDG 777-200ER with the Rolls-Royce engines. Flat lever, there's my flat lever. All good. Landy, I don't know, I updated this afternoon, I think. When was the update? Hey, Rumsi Bums, wie geht's? Then, one more thing I want to do as well. So a quick look here with the yoke cam. It's not quite right yet, is it? Hold on. Let's do that. Give me a second. Let's configure the video. Yeah, mir geht's gut. Just waiting for the bomb defusal, or the bomb blasting actually. But I haven't heard anything else yet, so no warnings, nothing. So we'll see. Yeah, performance is still nice. I like it. So nice and smooth here for Heathrow. I can't remember ever having such beautiful, smooth simulation here. Very nice. Cool. Right, so let's have a look. I want to have the battery on first of all. Then let's go into the electronic flight bag. No, hang on. Let's go ground operations. Let's request... No, set the chocks. Let's request the ground power. That's it. Voyager, what's the problem? Hang on. Sounds like I'm defusing a bomb in the... Oh, you mean like with the... Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. We back? I'm sure I wasn't... Yeah, I haven't dropped any frames, guys. I've not dropped a single frame ever since I've been using the fiber connection. Right, got off the... Okay, well, that was on Twitch again, right? Yeah, maybe the 8,000 kilobit upstream is a bit too much for Twitch, I don't know. Yeah, that's here on Twitch. Yeah, YouTube usually is not so much the issue then. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, thanks for letting me know though. Absolutely. Hey, Rogan. Hello, Williams. Right, Adiro on. IFE on. Emergency lights on. Window heat on. Hydraulic panel stays off. Seatbelts on. That's good. That's good. That's good. Packs. Circulation fans. Trim air all good. Nav light is on. Automatic for the anti-ice, looking good. And again, I love how this is actually simulated. It takes a long time for the computers to start up here. Just like in the real aircraft. Love it. Yeah, so Dennis, the thing is though, and you can understand my frustration, right? I mean, I know I don't have a 5000 series graphics card, but the 4090 is a strong graphics card, right? I just do not know why it should not give me at least 60 FPS, right? So I was getting so frustrated again with Microsoft 2024, and I would have never imagined there would be a difference between the Steam version and the normal store version. But I've had exactly that issue. And Voyager's happy with 3090. Good, good. That way it saves you a lot of money, doesn't it? There we go. Look at that. Now displays are firing up. Now they're all coming on, and then you hear the quick rattle of the stick. There we go. And the sound there, that means now the aircraft is powered up. Good, let me go ahead and go to route request. Let's select that. Request send. So let's load. Now where's my, hang on, where's my, for the fuel, etc. set. Oh, I know why. Disregard. Ugh, hang on. I need to go here first. Do that. Yeah. And then I need to go route request. Then do that. So set the payload, set the fuel, and then go route request. Just to make sure that we have select route. There we go. Just to make sure we have the latest version. Yes, I have. Hey, Ollie. I have filed the Flatman Voyager. Thanks for sticking with me here. But even though you may not think it, but I have. So, pins. Just trying to get the weather in a minute. Pin that, fantastic. And Echo Golf Lima Lima. Let's get the latest meta. It has QNH 1000. One thing I've not done here yet is installed my WinWing MCP. I'll do that over the next days. Good, let's load the routing. Activate, execute. I just need to check, is there a sector, a high sector above us? No, there's not. So there's no ATC right now. Okay, cool. Which means the wind is 23012. Now, let me check the real world traffic situation here. Let's see where they're departing and landing. Hey Kimi, welcome. So they are landing on the right and departing left. Just set the brakes here. So departure arrival, 27 left. And we're supposed to fly the, let's check here. Oh, let me save that as point. SB 2008, hello to you. So that's that. And hang on. So we did file. There was a Detling departure, I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Oh. There we go. Detling. It says 2 Foxtrot, but it's 2 Golf for the left one. So 27 left, Detling. Then we've got the Lima 6, Dover, Uniform Lima 9, Conan, Uniform Lima 607, Coxie, direct Denox, direct Matup, direct Gubats, direct Borek, direct Enita, direct Edvis. I love this EFB here. What a cool feature. Otva, Budex. And Vienna currently, let's just check Navigraph here. Let's see what they're landing. Oh, they're going to be, it's going to be so late again in, it's going to be 2-9, isn't it? 2-9 unless the wind says something else. Yeah, 1-9, no, it's going to be runway 2-9 for sure. So let's go index, arrival, ILS, oh, hang on, ILS Zulu 29. And then it's going to be Budex 2 Whiskey with a transition. I guess it's going to be the Nerdu, but let me just check. Charts. Arrival. Let's go approach. ILS 29. Zulu 29. Let's pin that. So the star, Budex 2 Whiskey. Yeah, and that's going to be the Nerdu. So we have to search for the Nerdu transition for 29. That's not it. That's not it. That's the one, 5 mic. So Nerdu 5 mic transition. Checked. Let's have a look. So we got Budex, Gimbo, Ladak, Mazur, Tempter, Nerdu, and then Nerdu, we have that transition onto the ILS. Via Buku. Yep, all correct. Save the routing. Oh, hang on, disregard. No, the route copy. There we go. Route copy complete. Then the cruising level is 390. 390. It is transition 6000, correct. I'm going to put 6100 though, so the altimeter doesn't give us any weird signals. Step will do RVSM, is fine. And position, routing, performance in it. Right, so let's check weight and balance. So we have 182.7 takeoff weight, around about 164.8 zero fuel weight, 0.7. Perfect. That adds up nicely. But cruise is supposed to be 390. There we go. Cost index. So let's do that here again. So cost index is 67. And the reserves down here, last line, for Budapest as the Alton airport is 6 tons. So Budapest, so 6 tons final reserve, or reserve fuel. Let's go Vienna. Actually, let's go route data. Load the wind data. Hey Vektorraum, wie geht's dir? And then we do the descent forecast load as well. There's no climb wind here in the 777, unfortunately. Excellent. That is pretty much it. So what we're going to do now is 27.1 is the CG. Performance tool. So it's going to be 27 left. Import from the aircraft. Import the weather. So 1000 hectopascals. And 27 left. Now anti-ice off, not needed today. Yeah, off is good. And then we want to have the PAX auto as well. Fantastic. Flap optimum, rating optimum. No, so the thing is, it's going to be fine with the power setting. We're going to do normal power settings today. But I may have a little surprise for you, Boeing 777. So let's do flap 5 takeoff. Thrust limit, we've got TO2. And it's going to be 47. Climb 2 is fine. And the speed's 29, so we're going to put 30, 32, and 38 is fine. Cool. So the speeds are good as well. And that means we are pretty much, why is that on? We are pretty much set as it is. The only thing I'm going to do here is 6,000. And the heading's 269, V2138. Yes, I did install the little folder with the exclusions for the ground clutter stuff. So for the airport vehicles, etc. So hopefully that works. We shall see. At least that should then hopefully stop the stutters on flare, which would be great. Cool. That is done. Let's start the APU. Do our briefing. So flying the 777-200ER with Rolls-Royce engine. Technically all fine. No issues. And taxi out. Thank you to Mr. Mango, sir. 17 months in total. Thank you so much. Oh, and 10 minutes until landing. Thank you for the raid. 10 minutes until landing. Sorry for the late call out. Thank you so much for the raid, and I hope you had a lovely stream. What did you do? So let me go quickly have a look here at the charts. So we want to have departure chart. Airport, and let's do this, and also taxiing this. So taxi out, pushback facing south, then we'll go probably via Alpha, and then yeah, we'll have a look, Lowman, and either November Bravo to Whiskey or November Bravo to Echo.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Thank you so much for the £2 donation. You have to toga. Do I really? Thank you. Okay. All right. All right. So now that he's donated £2, I can't really say no, can I? So good. Okay. So we're gonna go take off, and then what we're gonna do? We're gonna choose these speeds here as they are. So let's check takeoff. No assumed temperature 39. Thank you so much for the support. Cool. Yeah, so taxi out, no big issues there. Then departure, and the SID was the let's just check again. Routing, that is to Gulf departure. So here we go. Deadling to Gulf, it's a conventional SID, transition 6000. And so we go 27 left, straight ahead at 1 mile, India Lima Lima, or 2DME London. Turn left, intercept 136 degrees, bearing Epsom, and cross edge above 4000, max 6000. So Epsom here. At Epsom, but not before 10 miles, London, intercept Detling radial 270 inbound. Cross 32 DMEs, Detling 6,000, between 5 and 6, and then maintain 6,000. But we'll see what the traffic says. Just checking if we go through the sector in... no, we don't. No, we're not. So that should be fine. Cool. So 6,000 is for initial climb, which is set. And let's set 1,000 hectopascal for the altimeter. Okay. Oh. 1,000 set. Nope. What's saying was 1,000 hectopascal. Cool. Yep. So we'll do Epsom and London. Although, can we do Indy Lima Lima here? No, we can't do that. So maybe with the frequency though. Let's check. That is 109.5. 109.50. Also not. So I have to go put that into the ILS. Invalid. Ugh. Alright. Also, we have to put the frequency 316. There we go. So we're going to put this to ADF right. So we have Epson. So it was London to the knee for the turn. That is fine. Yeah, so to the knee London left turn. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, maybe I'll have a little surprise for you, okay? Good. Sector all around Heathrow down to south 2100 MSA. Nothing special, nothing threat-wise. Let's read the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen. Test at 100%. Flight instruments. We have heading 089, altimeter 1000 at 90 feet. Checked. That's the... Oh, ground is online. Thanks. Thank you so much. Information. Sierra. Departure 27 left. Transition level 75. Wind 23012. 10 kilometers. QNH 1000. Ground is open. 121-705. Now, the question is, do we have PDC? Or... let me try that at least. Echo Golf Lima Lima. So let's see. So we're going to go to com menu, flight information, departure clearance request. So information, it says Sierra. So Sierra, facility Echo Golf Lima Lima. Gate, where are we? 535. I hope Mark is watching. He should be loving this. This is one of the things again. Do I have to log on first of all? I mean, I have set my hobby code and everything. It's one of those things. Normally you would not, would you? But now it says again, not established. The update was nice. Yeah, it felt good. Let me just check my credentials in here. Yeah, hobby code is in. Everything's in. Is valid, it says. So I don't know why it's not oops, why it's not I can't. That's a problem. I can't send it. I can't press the button. That's a problem. The same here. All right, I guess we have to go get the clearance the old-fashioned way then. Unless I'm missing something again. I don't know. Okay, anyways, let's go do it this way. Heathrow ground, good evening to you. Oh. Push to talk. Settings. Push to talk. Heathrow ground, good evening to you, Speedbird 711 Heavy, stand 535, Boeing 777-200, and information Sierra, requesting clearance please.
Speedbird 7011 Heathrow ground, hello, for Vienna, Detling to Golf departure, squawk 7252 on QNH 1000.
Cleared to Vienna, Detling to Golf 27 left, squawk 7252, the QNH 1000. Speedbird 711 Heavy.
Speedbird 711, read back, correct.
Good.
Heathrow ground, wonderful. Good evening. Austrian 693. Boeing 772, position 538. Information Sierra, requesting clearance to Vienna.
Speedbird 73 November Alpha, nothing further, monitor Unicorn 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
Right, transponders on.
76 November Alpha.
Let's do the
Scandinavian 2-1 request in our pocket.
Scandinavian 2-1 Heathrow ground. Hello, taxi right Alpha, hold, correction, taxi right Alpha, link 3-1, stand 221.
preparations for pushback.
Link 3-1,
And yes, we're not on real time. That is correct, guys, just in case you're wondering.
Heathrow ground, good evening, KLM 88 Tango, stand for 01, type A321EO, information Sierra, request clearance, stand.
KLM 88 Tango Heathrow ground.
So, before start,
items. On QNH 1000.
Hello, Captain.
Clear for Brooklyn Spark 7 Golf departure, squawk 4220 and QNH 1000, KLM 88 Tango.
KLM 88 Tango, read back correct, break Austrian 6903, Heathrow.
Austrian 693, go ahead.
Austrian 6903, cleared Vienna, Detling 2 Golf departure, squawk 6460, QNH 1000.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Cheers to Vienna via the Detling 2 Golf departure.
So we have
646
one recall check.
And QNH 1000.
Yep, looking good.
693.
Before start checklist, flight deck doors, closed and locked, MCP, V2 139, heading 269, altitude 6000, takeoff speeds, V1 122, VR 128, V2 139, and we have Toga. So takeoff power, CD pre-flight completed, trim is, let's do 5 units here. 5 units, 00, and taxi takeoff briefing completed.
What was the stand for?
And that's the before start checklist complete. Yes, Dennis. Interesting, yeah. I'm not sure. Speedbird 711, stand 535, request push and start.
Speedbird 711, 535, push approved, facing south.
Push approved, face south, thank you. Speedbird 711. So facing south on taxiway Bravo.
Tango 915, request taxi.
Tango 915, taxi second left, Alpha, hold low.
Start at will.
Second left Alpha, hold low in Lufthansa 911.
Heathrow ground, hello, shuttle 8 X-ray A319 on stand 505.
So even the updated GSX hasn't fixed the issues completely yet.
Shuttle 8 X-ray, Heathrow ground, hello.
Right, we can start both engines at the same time. Start right engine.
Roger, I'm that 1 Golf, squawk 477.
Start left engine.
Shuttle 8 X-ray, correct.
Speedbird 592, stand 502, request push and start.
Speedbird 592, stand 502, push approved, 18.
Push and start approved, please, Speedbird 592.
And Austrian 693, request push and start.
Austrian 693, stand 538, push approved, facing south.
Push approved, facing south. Austrian 693.
Lufthansa 915, nothing further, monitor Unicorn 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
Earth Unicorn, Lufthansa 915, thanks for the ATC.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to kick out GSX completely and reinstall it completely again. I think just pulling over probably doesn't work.
Scandinavian 2-1, the stand 221.
221, Scandinavian 2-1.
Right, this would be good enough for me. Can stop here.
Receiver 950, we're clear off.
Good pushback.
Seabird 950, Heathrow, ground, hello, taxi.
Brake set.
Second right, Bravo, Charlie, stand 542.
Cockpit to ground.
Bravo, Charlie, 542.
You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Right, so I'm going to wait for the pushback truck to be visible, and then we're going to go start our...
2-1, your first stand 221, make the next
Before
left
taxi
kilo, take
flows.
any stand on the right.
Left 1 kilo, take anything right, Scandinavian 2-1.
Yeah, TV, I think I'm going to have to do it again, yeah, the full reinstall. It is, Voyager, it really has become much, much better, yeah. Alright, let's do the before taxi items. So that's all done. Here comes flaps 5.
Push approved face east, portion traffic is a company A321 502.
We'll do a recall check. TCAS will leave that as is, and then we're going to do the flight controls. Make sure everything's working there. Full down, full left, full right. Rudder is working as well. Left, perfect.
Heathrow ground, good evening.
Gonna wait for the all clear signal.
513 type A320.
I think that's MAN pushing there.
Requesting IFR.
I wonder what aircraft he's, or what sim is flying.
Seabird 908 Zulu, Heathrow ground, hello, disregard step link to Golf departure, squawk 6253 QNH 1000.
Clear to Stuttgart by the Dublin 2 Golf departure, squawk 6253 QNH 1000, Speedbird 908 Zulu.
Seabird 908 Zulu, read back, correct.
Alright, let's read the before taxi checklist. Anti-ice off, recall check, flight controls check, ground equipment is clear, and that C before taxi check is complete. Speedbird 711, request taxi.
Seabird 711, taxi right, link 54, left Alpha, hold Lowman.
By a link 54 and then Alpha, and we'll hold Lowman. Speedbird 711. Right, there we go. Making sense to me. Clear. Left side. Where's my right side? Clear here. Hang on.
Heathrow ground, KLM 88 Tango, 1401, ready for push and set.
KLM 88 Tango, 7401, push approved.
Push and set approved, KLM 88 Tango.
Does every airline have different point before, during, and of taxi when to set initial flaps? Well, I mean, for me, my company does the flaps with the after start, or let's say the before taxi flows. So we're going to overtake the Austrian via link 54. There it is. Where's my tiller? Oh, hang on. Tiller's not working. Settings, controls, tiller. Let's see if that works. Ah, there we go. Now it's working. Oh, really? They already have... thanks, Fishkop. Thanks for the information.
London ground.
I did not hear anything. I've got to ask my wife if she heard a blast or something. I've not heard anything at all. And I have my window open, so...
We did have to update it. Hopefully that transpires through. And we do have the Sierra Ada.
Walker 5285 Heathrow ground. Hello, good.
So Alpha, second to the left, and then hold Lowman.
305 QNH 1000.
That's Roger on the squawk 6305. And 1000.
Tower is online, yeah, VIP service. Are you sure though? I'm not seeing tower.
Correction, Walker 5285, just confirm the Umlaut 1 Golf departure.
Maybe it's a bit delayed.
Say again, which one for the departure?
Walker 5285, the Umlaut 1 Golf departure, runway 27 left.
Yes, Roger. We have 27 left with the Umlaut 1 Golf departure. Yes, sir.
So 1973. Okay,
Walker
thank you.
5285, correct. Thank you, reback.
So 1973. Okay.
X-ray holding link 56, heading taxi.
Cool.
Word X-ray, thank you. Taxi link 56, hold short of Alpha.
Link 56 to hold short.
Oh, he was there. He just logged off. Okay. So careful with the
Seabird 68
speed.
Quebec, vacated 27 right on Alpha.
Seabird 68 Quebec, Heathrow ground. Follow taxi Alpha, stand 509.
Alpha stand 509, Seabird 68 Quebec.
Performance is nice. I like it.
A320 passes left to right on Alpha, taxi right Alpha, hold Lowman.
After the company traffic left to right, right Alpha, hold Lowman, shuttling taxi.
Use in the flight deck. Nicolas, what you mean?
Seabird 711, hold short of Echo.
Hold short echo. Speedbird 711. Right, it's just here already. That's a
693 taxi Alpha, hold short of Echo.
wow. That was
Alpha holding short echo.
a late call.
Austrian manager.
Here's echo.
Option 693, apologies, taxi Bravo, hold short of Echo.
Hang on, where's echo? Hang on.
Taxi Bravo, hold short echo.
No, that's here. That's echo.
On Shuttle X-ray, apologies, your clearance now taxi right Alpha, hold short of Echo.
Right
Oh,
Alpha, hold
this is
short
Echo.
Echo, shuttling taxi.
Oh, Nicolas.
711, hold position, contact ground on 121.705, bye-bye.
Yeah, holding position 121.705. Actually, that's where we're on now. Speedbird 711.
Seabird 711 to stand by.
I was just wondering what he means. No, I'm not based in Heathrow. No. I'm based in Frankfurt. Yeah, so my headset, when I work, we're going to get the Bose, but it's the version, is it 2? So the quite heavy ones. But the thing is, our flight deck is so...
711, contact Heathrow ground 121.9005.
121.905, copied Speedbird 711.
70.
Wow. Yeah, 2 ground frequencies. What's going on? Heathrow ground, good evening from Speedbird 711, holding short echo. And Tower is back as well. Wow, it's full service. GG's. Yeah, 2 South and North Tower. What is going on? Heathrow ground, good evening from Speedbird 711 on Alpha holding short echo.
So 711, can you straight ahead hold at Lowman?
Straight ahead to hold Lowman, Speedbird 711. Probably a training session? Could be, yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, in case you're wondering, yeah, we're not on live time. We've set the time to early morning. I don't want to switch to nighttime again. Fast taxi. Yeah, the A20, yeah. It is good, but it's heavy, yeah. And I wonder if it's really necessary for a cockpit that's so quiet, like the 787 cockpit. That's the thing. Hey, Taylor West. And ProSource, thank you for the 31 months. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Hey, Mohammed. Good evening. Tail West, do you have any contact with Justin? Jason.
Contact tower now 118.505.
118.505. Speedbird 711. Okay, so I contacted him because of the TOLIS shared flight issue with the failures, but he's not replying, so I'm not sure. I was worried that he had some private issues to deal with at the moment. Yeah, so Red Panther, it's from Just Flight. Heathrow Tower. Good evening from Speedbird 711 on Alpha. We're fully ready.
711 Heathrow Tower. Hello, hold November Bravo 2 Whiskey.
Holding November Bravo 2 Whiskey. Speedbird 711. Right, so let's have a look here. November Bravo 2 Whiskey. So that's the one after November 3. So this one's closed. Then this could be November 3. And the good thing is, with the updated taxi signage, that should be correct. Taxi checklist, or before taxi checklist, before takeoff. Before takeoff checklist complete. Checklist complete. So here's November 3. So we're going to line up on, hold short on the next one.
711 from November Bravo 2 Whiskey 27 left. The wind's 230 at 12, cleared for takeoff.
From November Bravo 2 Whiskey, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff, Speedbird 711. Right, there we go. Approach sector is clear. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Let's put TCAS to TARA. TCAS off disappears now. Takeoff, that was good. Nice taxi out. Headwind.
Stuart 73 Bravo for Kate and Alpha.
Excellent.
073 Bravo, thank you. Contact ground 121.705.
121.705, 73 Bravo.
And Taylor West, you did a shared flight 742. Nice.
27 right, 16044.
Thank you, Taylor West.
American 730 Heathrow Tower, hello. Continue approach at number 2.
Guys, oh, door was manual.
Number 2, American 730.
Just realized. Yeah, I'm so
Whiskey,
used to
right,
that being
230
automatic.
degrees, 12 knots, clear to land.
Door management. Good. Doors auto. Let's go. And takeoff power. Torga. Full power takeoff. 40%. Takeoff. Thrust rev. Checked. Thrust set. This is crazy.
Shuttle 46, Charlie Whiskey, runway 27 right, clear land.
Jesus Christ. Gear up. Oh my god. No way. Pitch. Thrust rev, feet of speed. Oh my god. So 2 miles London left turn. Flaps 1. Look at that. See the climb power? See how far that powered down? So the EPR value there? Crazy. Now let me put this open 220 for the turn. Flaps up. 2 miles, left we go.
0711, contact London 135.805.
35805, thank you. Speedbird 711. Autopilot. London, good evening from Speedbird 711, passing 4,000, climbing 6,000. Deadling to Golf.
Speedbird 711, on the control, climb now, flight level 1 to 50.
Climb now, flight level 150, speedbird 711. Right, climb now means no restrictions regarding the vertical profile. So we keep the speed restrictions, but we don't need to care for the 6,000 to maintain. So we got thrust, flight level change, speed 15,000. And then we can go.
Control, good evening. QC 787 uniform 2,700.
After takeoff checklist.
EG780 uniform. London
After takeoff checklist complete.
Flight level 150.
Flight level 150, EG780.
Right, altimeters. Standard. That was a crazy takeoff, yeah. Blimey. Oh, sound cuts here. Yeah, Avenger. Can you imagine if you did that IRL?
Right, so Charlie, you on the frequency?
You would, I mean, the passenger would get scared. I mean, having acceleration
Charlie, we're trying to climb flight level 160.
in an aircraft this size, crazy. Why am I not getting Epsom beacon indications? Right, let's go and speed up here. So 286. Very often you would get heading instructions on the departure, but not today. Now, it's debatable. So we're above 10,000 feet. You could say, oh, I could switch off the landing lights. But to be honest, in such a congested airspace like around London, I'd rather leave the lights on for a while longer. Exactly, Mohammed, yeah. So the the flight level change speed is just a mode where it will climb you to this altitude that you've set in the FCU with the speed that you're selecting. It will not adhere to any of these restrictions that you have in the flight plan. Right, 2,000 to go. Let's go again with speed, vertical speed.
Speedbird 711, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, speedbird 711. So now we got 18,000. No, so here, Mickey, the landing lights here, they are in the wing section. You see, they're not like on the A320. They don't stick out, so they don't cause any additional drag. No.
Good day, run 8, flight November passing flight level 210, climbing flight level 370.
Well, 86 Mike November, Molly Control, airspace top south, level 195.
Voyager, what do you mean?
The
correct profile. I do have the Boeing throttles, yeah.
EGLL 80 Tango, Spark 7 Golf, passing 2,400 for the...
2,000 to go.
KLM 80 Tango, under control, climb now, flight level 150.
Climb now, flight level 150.
In case they were to be extended like on the... Well, yeah, so Mickey, the thing is, in the A320, if you fly fast with the landing lights extended, you get this very loud rattling noise, which I guess the passengers don't really want to hear. That could kind of, you know, just make them feel uncomfortable. Oh, it's a shame. Downtown London is under clouds here. That is a shame. $1,000 feet to go. Right, let's...
79 Yankee on the control, descend flight level 200.
Lights off, taxi light off, and the seatbelts automatic.
Speedbird 711, 112 Unicorn, 120 decimal 8 today.
22.8, thanks a lot. Until next time, the Speedbird 711.
Ryanair 8747.
That was cool. That was cool that we got some control here. Always very nice. Right, traffic is on. I don't see anyone above us. So we are on above here with the TCAS. So let's climb us up to 390 in this case. So we have oh, there's a restriction here. Hang on. Right, let's try that again. There we go. Thrust ref, enough speed, 390. Hey, Organ. You're back at college. Nice. And you'll be doing your exams in 10 months' time. All the best. You don't feel... you'll be alright. Oh, careful with the pitch. Don't want our trolleys to tip over. Yeah, all the best wishes, Organ. Oh, you don't see the beacon lights? Hang on. Yeah, that could be the case. You're right. Hang on. Yeah, hang on. No, they are flashing. Yeah, they're definitely flashing. Thank you. Suna, hello to you. Thank you very much. And Lewis Daniel coming in with a 27 months resub. Lewis, thank you very much. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for the support. Yeah, so one more thing, I'm going to try play around again with some different atmospheric sets here. So let's have a look. So I saved this one as a favorite. Look at this. How do you like that one? It's a little bit blue, more blue, but not too bad. Quite like this. Yeah, Louis doing well. Yeah, we had a bit of an exciting afternoon. So there's a bomb was found from the Second World War about 2 kilometers from my house. And so part of the village that I live in had to be evacuated because they tried to defuse the bomb, but that didn't work. So they had to actually blast that bomb, which they now have done successfully, apparently. So, and I didn't hear anything at all. So they must have done a very good job. The 200ER it is. Yeah. They put lots of sand on it. Yeah, it seems like it. I don't know exactly if it must be near the road, because I'm just trying to think what they were building there. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, it was 2 kilometers away. I don't really see that it would have really caused a big issue. But more, it's like thinking, who knows what else is below in the ground, right? How many bombs are still live below our feet? That's more the issue, I think. Yeah, it is. It's crazy how many bombs are still there. Yeah. And then after like 70 years, you dig around and then suddenly you find one of those unexploded bombs. It wasn't like 50 to 20% didn't go off or something. Next sector, there's Brussels. Oh, hang on, it's the French sector? It is! But we're not passing through that. Oh, we got some weather coming up as well. Have a look here. So there's a little front here, and oh, is that pushing towards us here? Yeah, but with 390 we should be high enough, so that should not really cause any problems for us today. Yeah. Should be fine. Oh yeah, Winky, absolutely. Winky, how you doing? And we're over Dover. Let's have a look out for the white cliffs. Oh, really, Lewis? What happened? I wasn't able to watch the news there. Let me check. Oh, really? No. So one of the trams crashed on a steep hillside. $15? No way. So many. Oh no, that's horrible. That's really sad to hear it. Wow, yeah, it says 15 dead and 18 injured. Wow. I know that as well. I went on that when I was in Lisbon, yeah. I drove on that as well. Oh, that's really sad. And some critical injured as well. Yeah. Very, very sad indeed. It's... Yeah, you would think, you know, these trains would be checked very thoroughly, but... And I'm sure they are being checked thoroughly, but there's just nothing like it. There's no 100% safety. So it was very sad indeed, yeah. Yeah, thoughts and prayers out to the families. And earthquake as well. Okay. Guys, I'm just going to go hop downstairs, get myself a coffee, and then I'll watch the stream on my phone. I'm going to have to talk to my wife, see if she noticed anything regarding that bomb diffusion. Hey Aqua! Last year with the type from Vienna to Seoul with Korean Air non-stop. Nice. Hope you had a nice flight. Hope it was good. Ah, okay. Yes, on the outside. Yeah, so good question, Mohammed. Yes, so you know, let's say you have a ditched landing or something, a forced landing. And then merchant services can cut in this area.
Autopilot.
Thank you to Easy887 donating 5 Swiss francs super chat. Good evening. Thank you for your support. Easy, how are you doing? Are we doing well? Thank you for the support. Yeah, so they were cut through here, and that's the easy access to the cabin. So you would assume there's no galley. Right, so you would actually get right into the cabin. So to give you an example, right, so you would be able to get through the ceiling here. Although, to be honest, good question. How is that going to work? Is that more in this area then? Yeah, that's it. It's not directly on the top, is it? It's near the side. And that's why you would get through here and not through the bins. Yeah, so that's, you know, that's the reasoning behind that. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, guys. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't touch anything. But let me know if ATC calls, okay? Please. Rightio, we are back. So, my wife said she didn't hear anything either with the bomb blast, and it was found because they're digging because they want to install some more wind turbines nearby. Oh, so I mean the new sounds for PMDG with the latest update? Ah. Thank you, Kimmy. No HT calls. Thank you. ETE. We have a remaining flight time. Oh. An hour 20. That's a long flight time today. What was it? Huh? Is that such a long flight? An hour 38. No crab landing, Dave, no. But to be honest, Dave, that was my first thought as well. Oh, I'm just eating some peanuts. No, so no salad, I'm afraid. You're testing the sounds right now. Let me know how they are. Okay, so in case you're wondering, I did have a sound pack installed today for the Rolls-Royce. So they're called FT-Sim Plus. No coffee. No. I don't drink when I'm working. You see? No, but seriously, if I were to drink a beer or something while I'm streaming, my landings would be much worse. And Ozzy, thank you for the 26 months. Ozzy, how are you? Nice to see you. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so no changes. Ah, okay, just the nonsense post. Okay, so that's yeah. So the only change were the ones I've done myself today. Oh, it's a lot of sound cuts here. It's loading something in, I guess. Man, I hope they get this fixed at some point. Ozzy, you're doing fine? That's good to hear. Very happy to hear that you're doing good. Lilo also thinks there's no... So no sound changes. There we go. Okay. Then it was just rumors. So there was only an update for the 2024 sim, but no sound updates. I'm going to put TCAS to below. Wow, what's going on in the sim right now? Heavy loading going on here. These are the instances I have a feeling that something's spiking the sim for whatever reason. And then, of course, you get these sound cuts. Now, the question is, if you, like, undervolt the GPU or something, if that, maybe helps. But, again, I don't know. I don't want to try now. But that's an issue I've been having, and not just me, a lot of people have issues with the sound cuts here. Yeah, I've done it before, Adonis, with the undervolting, and I have an app for that, for the the AMD chip, for example, and also for the GPU. But the last time I did, I think I overdid it, and then I got a blue screen of death. So yeah, you got to be careful with that. Christian discovered doing Alaska 737 short ops in small rural places like Juneau, and he can't seem to... Oh, that reminds me. I actually bought... I bought some really silly stuff. So I bought this little car. What is it called? In Orbix. So here you can now drive around. So what I'm planning to do is do some bush flying somewhere, or let's do some camp out, group flight maybe at some point in the near future, and they can drive around. Africa would be great. Maybe you can see some animals, giraffes and elephants and so on. There's a traffic below us somewhere. Oh, there we are. Play hide and seek. I don't know. You're on the lookout for the whales. Let me know if you see any, Christian. Now I'm wondering if I'm using a different profile, the one I've had before. That was a little bit darker. Let's have a look at this one. No, no, that's horrible. Hang on. What about this one? Nah. It's a bit too greyish, isn't it? Oh no, that's even worse. Hang on. I don't like those. Let's stick with this one. No, I've not seen the Inbuilt Safari Pack freeware. It's Purple Rain. Yeah, it's a bit weird. What happened? Hang on. Actually, let's reset. Oh, that's weird. So that's the original. Still looks a bit kind of... I'd love to have a little bit more bluish, to be honest. Oh, no, that's too dark. Well, that's better. Anyways, I'm gonna have to find some proper profiles. So we leave it on standard. So this is Microsoft. That looked like the apocalypse here. Oh, I forgot to lock the date. Oh, MAN! Again, 5 gifted! Bomb again from MAN. My god. MAN, you're too kind. Oh my god. So, Bundesautobahn, BV, Touareg, Airbus 05 and Philly. Roche, please say big thank you to MAN gifting you those subs. MAN, vielen Dank. You are too kind. MAN, which position are you right now? I think you should be slightly behind me, right? Dankeschön. You should be somewhere close behind, though. Verdi. Yeah, that's near... Ferdi was near... hang on, where's... do we have a map in here? Yep, here we go. So, let's do that. Ferdi. Yeah, it can't be far behind. Western part below Ghent. MAN. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, why? It's not forbidden, is it? So. So we just passed Sprimont near Liège. Lüttich. So about to enter the German airspace here, north of Büchel. That's a military field here. Spangdalen. I'm not sure if it's still a British stationed airport here, but between Mac and Affligen. Okay, I don't know. So here's Brussels, Oldenburg. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's it. Affligen. Okay, Mac here somewhere. Yeah. Understand. Okay, cool. Kimmy, yeah, waving back. Beautiful area, Eifel, love it. Very nice indeed. Let's go airport. Ooh, that's a lot of data. Oh, we're going to pass right by Frankfurt. We've got good weather. We should be able to see a bit. So, oh yeah, Spangdal is US Army. Oh yeah, okay. Understand. Yeah. I used to do glider flying near or just south of Koblenz. It's probably here in that area, I think. Yeah. So this could be near what was the place called? It was a helicopter airfield. The weather also nice above Wien. Nice, thank you. I forgot how the place is called now. Let me see. I'll find it. Yeah, no, but no, that's not the place. Hang on. Yeah, Mendig, exactly. That's the one. Mendig, correct. Mendig and the lake is called. Lacher See. Yeah, Lacher See, exactly. Thanks, Marcel. And Ted, thank you much for the 74 months. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, so if I'm gonna have to look, at the moment, the people that I wanted to do or asked to do a shared flight on Friday currently don't have time. So let's see, Ted, if you would like, we could do another shared flight this Friday. Ah, Master, you actually landed here in Mendig with a Haley. Yeah. The lake is the old volcano. Yeah, could be, yeah. Could very well be. Okay, MAN, well, fantastic. Okay, cool. I hear you on the frequency. Let's see, Vienna. Is Vienna still online? It's getting late. I don't think they will be online anymore. I mean, they have approach still online at the moment, tower, ground, but again, you know, we're flying for another hour, it seems. Yeah, pretty much an hour to go. So it's getting late. No, I don't think they update the sound, so I guess it's just rumors, and they will update them in the future, but not. They didn't update it today, no. Yeah, Fish Cup, no joke. I'm talking about 1988. That's when I was doing glider flying there. 1988. And Lee, nice to see you, Lee. Wie geht's dir? Thank you, Lee, for the kind words, and thanks for the 60 months, Lee. I hope you're doing well. And Marcel, you landed in 1993. Well, there we go. We're both getting old. Wow, the sound cuts are now... I don't know what's going on right now with the sim. It's really struggling again. Let me try something here. At Memoffs, hello to you. Now I'm using a sound pack from FT Sim Plus. Right, that should be the River Mosel. And then we've got the Rhine coming up as well. Wow, it's really hefty. It's really struggling. Yeah, Sherwin, I have not changed anything. There's no tweaks or no, you know, reshade or anything. It's all completely stock Microsoft. No, Volanta is an app. So Volanta is like Sim Toolkit Pro. So it gives you, you know, some things like you can have to look at the flight plan. You can see other aircraft. You can blend in other aircraft from different networks, etc. So. And Fischkopf, you were in the Bundeswehr in Nienburg. Also nice. Not far away from here. Yeah. I'm wondering, would it help? So if you flew the sim one flight and then you want to do another flight, does it help to kind of restart the whole PC? Because I have a feeling it's really struggling at the moment. I mean, GPU memory is only 8.5 from 22, so that can't be the issue. Okay, and usually restart the PC anyways, okay. Yeah, so I mean, I did restart the sim. So I did do that because I reinstalled GSX. That I did do, but it's the CPU main thread. It has double time of the CPU. Just gonna try something. I'm gonna turn off Reaver Tuner. Yeah, it's really hitting the main thread. So the manipulators seem very high. Yeah, so the 20, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but Bruno, is there anything that I can do? Nope. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, Frankfurt Airport. Look at that. Right below us. We can lower our expectations. Yeah, lol. It's such a shame because, I mean, I was really kind of looking forward again to 2024. Having reinstalled everything, the FPS are now fine, but I totally forgot about the issues with the sound cuts. Hey, Steve. Sorry, the route is old. If you're interested, there's a new routing. So today I've chosen. So that's the routing I'm doing today. Hey, hello. Frankfurt Airport, right below. Also, I found out if you set here in the Max Flight Sim, if you set, you know, max FPS 60, it doesn't do anything. Hey, Mivos, you're living near Frankfurt? Nice. Yeah, so I don't know, the same with VSync doesn't work. There's so many things that are still broken here. Yeah, Fatboy Fat, I saw that as well, but I don't have those Wi-Fi chips installed. Yeah, but Steve, I mean, if I look at the VRAM, so I'm using 9.2 out of 22, so it's definitely not VRAM. Yeah, you see? Wow, look at this. Oh my god, yeah. Hey, yeah. You do a config file, lock to 60, and use FrameGen to maintain constant 20 FPS locked. Yeah, so I don't know. It's loading something, and I don't know. It's something. So the weird thing is, so Microsoft 2020 does not have this issue with the same settings. So I wonder what's different between 2024 and 2020. Do I have any non-essential USB devices connected? Yeah, probably some hard drives or something. Yeah, so I use TAA as well. Yeah. So that's what I use. And then FrameGen, yeah. Yeah, the streaming, it could also put a bit of stress on the system, yeah. That is totally possible, yeah. And then you have, you know, you have VATSIM as well. There's so many connections, I guess. Well, not necessarily. So TV, some people use, you know, a lot of streamers use two PCs. So they use one PC for flying and the other PC to do the decoding and the streaming. And Fishcop says the same thing with SU3. Yeah, SU3, I guess it just, a lot of people having issues, unfortunately. Yeah, see the FT-Sim Plus, it's just a little folder with some sound files. You put that in the community folder and you just delete one line out of the 777-ER config file. But they explain how to do that. But the thing is, though, it is a subscription, a paid subscription to get those sounds. They're not free. And again, you know, why would it cause these issues in Microsoft 2024 and not in 2020? So what's so different about those two platforms, apart from the streaming side? So in my kind of, you know, my thinking, it has to do with something downloading, processing, etc. So it's the whole thing just stresses the system a bit more. Also, I have a feeling that the longer the flight goes on, the worse it gets with the sound cuts. And the settings I'm using aren't even that high. I've dialed down a lot of things like, you know, ground clutter, that sort of stuff. I dialed down to low even. Yeah, it could be drivers, could be anything, and that's the problem. Well, the thing is, so sooner, here's my opinion with, you know, comparison between 2024 and 2020. So 2024 is still under development, while 2020 is pretty much, you know, a finished sim in the sense that it's optimized, it had enough updates, and it's running stable. So 2024 promising some improvements. On the flip side, for a lot of people, it causes issues with all these updates. Early access. Yeah, we're all beta testers. Yeah, absolutely, Bruno. Yeah. But I mean, that was like 5 years ago, right? It launched. So 2020. Yeah, like in 2020, like 5 years ago. So, I mean, so the stream stutters at the same time. Okay. Yeah, so I think in this case, guys, I think what it means is that it's GPU related in this case. Although, hang on. Am I actually? Hang on, it says down here on OBS, it shows me the CPU usage, but I think that's always there. I'm pretty sure I'm using the graphics card to render and upload. Yeah, so honestly, there are, you know, some other add-ons like Chase Plane and the widget app from Parallel 42, Flow Pro, for example, which I really like. So, but it's just that people keep telling me. So when I stream 2020, they always ask me, "Oh, why are you on 2020?" You know, but right with these issues, I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, Falk, I tried to do the rendering on the CPU, but that was even worse. So I think, you know, just for content sakes, in kind of, you know, to make sure, you know, the whole thing is more streamlined and we're not fighting these issues, I don't see a big difference in producing content, you know, comparing 2020 to 2024, right? So if 2020 runs smoother for everyone watching the stream, then I'd rather use 2020 and X-Plane. Fishcup, no, that's just a Chase Plane, yeah, with the flyby. No worries, so Boeing 777, thanks. Blue skies to you as well, thank you so much. Take care, and thanks for the support. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember that we did try that on a stream. So during the stream, actually stopped the stream, changed the decoding to the CPU, and it did not help with the sound cuts. I remember that we tried different things, but it wouldn't. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't like the night lighting in 2024 either. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. So strange. Oh. So just out of curiosity, I would just play around a little bit. Let me try to link that to 30 FPS or something. There we go. So now we're on 30 FPS. But I don't think it's going to change anything, because internally yeah. So the limitation, so it limits externally to 30 FPS, but internally it doesn't change anything. So it's not as if internally anything, you know, is kind of yeah, I see the stutters here. Again, I don't know. Strange. I don't know. I hope it holds through until Vienna. Got top percent coming up, so we can do some pre-planning now. So let's have a look. We pinned the Budex arrival. So let me do this. Let's check the restrictions here. So 170 above, then we've got Gimba 170 above, then we've got Ladakh at 6,000 above, Mazur 6,000 above, Tempter 6,000 above, Nerdu 6,000 above, and then onto the transition, 5 Mike, assuming it still is. Yes, but it's just approach online now, it seems. It is getting late now, so. What was the latest ATIS saying for Vienna? $1.6, really? Wow. Okay. At this time of the evening. It's got variable 2 knots. 1016. 19 degrees. Or pre-dial 1016. Data. No, that's fine. Okay, let's plan for 1.6 then. So ILS 1.6, and then it's going to be the 7 Lima transition. And then we'll go close that up. So let's search for the star. So it's this one here. Yeah, so it's Nerdu So now do, and then you transition. 81 and so on. But as always, very likely that we're going to get some shortcuts. I'm going to put Fisherman Fox Mike Delta in there. So approach, take the ILS 16. So we have a minimum of 800 feet. And we've got Vagram, Whiskey Golf Mike as well. Whiskey Golf Mike. Put that in there. Delete that out. Okay, delete. 108.5 is pre-selected with the inbound course 159. Correct. That's good. I'm going to do a flap 30 landing. And then also... hey, Niklas, can you talk about energy management? What tips can you give? Well, the biggest tip I always give is plan ahead mentally. Like, for example, let's take this point here. So the ILS intercept. So first of all, think about how high and how fast do you want to be here. So here, for example, elevation is about 600 feet. So that's 4,500 above the ground. Now here on the 777, I would like to be here at 5,000 and speed, let's say 190, 180. So maybe flaps 15 for the descent, right? Now, the PMDG 777 has a nice feature under forecast, descent forecast. Hang on. The off-path descent. So there I can actually choose a waypoint. So for example, let me see what point we have here. So let's call that the FE16 here. So FI16. So we'll choose this one here. 170 miles to go. That sounds logical, yeah. So speed and altitude. So that can put in, for example, 180 at 5,000. Put that in there. So if I put display on, you see what I'm getting here? I'm getting a blue circle, and then later I'm also going to get a white circle. Yeah, so I mean that's how I get it in here, right? And then so the blue circle means as long as we're outside the blue circle, an idle power descent without speed brakes is possible to reach that restriction. If we are within the blue circle, but outside the white circle, we can do the descent, but probably will need some speed brakes. Okay, and then if you are within the white circle to the airport, to the fix that you've put in, you're not going to be able to reach that with full speed brakes and actually I think it's half speed brakes and idle power. So you would have to get some extra drag with the flaps, for example, right? Yeah, so fat by fat, exactly. There's lots of people that do it. Yeah, and I'm gonna wait and see what happens. So, well, they won't ban you instantly. So first you're gonna get a message asking to stop doing it, and if they do, I'll stop it. So, we've done that. Let's work out the landing performance. So we'll select 16. That's the landing weight. We're going to do a flap 30 landing. Aircon on. Engine ice goes off. Import the weather. Let's calculate that. Hang on. Let's do auto brake 2. And so we need 6,000 feet, which is about 2,200 meters. So we have plenty of landing distance available. And so landing on 16 means we're going to vacate to the right. Let's go airport. Oops. And then parking stands. So we're going to vacate, well, Bravo 8 probably, or Bravo 10, high speed. Both are fine. Taxi back via Echo, and then we'll see what we're going to do. Depends on whether or not we still have control. Yeah, and then to the apron somewhere at probably here, this pier. Like Delta or Charlie, we'll see. Okay, and then missed approach, straight ahead 10 miles from the ILS, at left turn back to Fisherman VOR to hold, to climb 5,000. Sector highest is 4,500 to the west. Where we are maneuvering is about 3,100. Okay, so descent items. Flaps 30. Auto brake 2. Here's a recall check. Reset MCP altitude. Yes, we will do that. So we're going to go 150 initially. Now, wasn't Mazu 150 normally? I think so, right? So let me enter Mazu 150 at. Yeah, it's below it's below 170. So let me put that 150 below. 6,000 above. Oh. Hang on. So flight level 150 below, 6,000 above. And there we go. VNAV path. Here comes top descent. Here it is. Idle VNAV speed. And now we have to be careful to see if the aircraft doesn't dive down too steeply and then go into overspeed. So you see what I mean? Again, right? It's a pretty straight in. It's not a complete straight in, but the routing itself doesn't have any. Well, it has some short, some S curves in there. So theoretically, it can get a bit shorter. However, the thing is this: that this circle doesn't care about the routing. So this actually just goes straight line to the fix that we've programmed. And that's why this is so helpful. Hey! Nice! CPL. GG's. When you're bad, thanks for 3 months and congratulations. Let me give a big round of applause for that. Passing the PPL check ride. Always feels amazing, doesn't it? Just like after the first solo. Well done. And now onto CPL. Ooh. Here's the sound cuts again. Well done, and all the best for that CPL training. Now here's something I don't understand. So it's got VNAV speed. It's below the path. Like, why isn't it adjusting? Now I'm closing the speed window. Not sure if that was the issue there, but I mean, that will help. Let me see. So the approach, what a weird frequency. It says, nah, he's offline, right? No, there's nowhere online anymore. I'm not sure, Bruno. So honestly, my understanding would be that if you have the speed window open, it will still maintain the path. If it says, did it say VNAV path or VNAV speed? I don't remember now. So now, if it's in VNAV path and you set a certain speed, it will add thrust, or to maintain the speed. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. Why? Right, let me capture the optimum path again. See if we get it with that path. So here it comes. So maybe it's just a different software on the 777. So now we're in VNAV path, idle. Let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly, Lorenzo. Yeah, so speed trim is exactly that. So when you've trimmed for a certain speed, and here on the PMDG, what you can do is if you go to menu, PMDG setup, and then let me see, was it under options, simulation? Yeah, here. So under option simulation, page 1 out of 8. If you select show FBW trim, so fly-by-wire trim reference speed, yes, then when you're flying manually, you will get a blue fly-by-wire indication there for the speed. So your trim reference speed will be shown. So theoretically, if you've trimmed for a certain speed, you let go of the flight controls, the aircraft will adjust the pitch so to maintain that speed. So it's trimmed for a certain speed. So as long as you don't change the speed, you don't need to change the pitch trim. It's a weird concept, but in principle, it means that as you go into the approach and your airspeed changes, there's a trim requirement. Otherwise, you would have to manually pull back or push on the yoke all the time. So it gives you kind of an impression of a conventional aircraft to a certain degree. But the cool thing is, you don't need to trim for flap changes, for example, as long as the speed remains the same. You don't have to change for bank angle. As long as the speed remains the same that you've trimmed for, then the fly-by-wire system will then change the elevator to the extent that you don't have to trim. Yeah. Yeah. So the fly-by-wire trim indication is for people really that don't have a force feedback yoke. Right? Because, I mean, if you have a force feedback yoke, then you will feel if the aircraft is trimmed or not. Yeah, Landy, I mean, that's in principle, that's what you do, right? You trim so that you don't have to continuously push or pull on the yoke, right? The one downside to that system is, let's say you're doing a pattern or something, a visual pattern, right? The problem is, as you're configuring the aircraft and you're slowing down quite rapidly, let's say, and you're like scanning you outside, what happens is that the pitch will change because the aircraft will try to chase your trim speed, right? And then you can get some crazy descent speeds. So, the thing is, if you fly an aircraft that's flying fast anyways, small pitch changes, half a degree of pitch change means like 500 feet per minute rate of descent change. So it's really quite something. No, so the thing is this, so the cool thing is, with the fly-by-wire system here, if you, let's say you're maintaining 170 knots, okay, so you have, let's say 55% power, and then you cut the thrust levers, you pull out thrust levers to idle instantly, right? The thrust drops. The nose will not drop instantly because the fly-by-wire system will hold against that tendency for the nose to drop automatically for you. However, because you've reduced the thrust, the speed will start to decay. And that's when you have to pull back on the yoke or trim nose up. Right? Yeah, Voyager Friday should be next stream. So have a look here. Interesting, it's now green. I always thought it's blue. So you see this now? This is the elevator trim position, if you like. And if the speed drops now, the aircraft will drop the nose to maintain the fly-by-wire speed. Now it's blue. So if I don't do anything, I'm not going to pull back on the yoke. You see how the pitch goes down? So now it lowers the pitch. Now I'm not touching the yoke, look. Okay. Now it's a bit slow, so now it's too fast. Now it's going to start raising the nose again. Let me just start do wings level. So now so here it's a bit delayed, which is a bit of a shame, but... So I'm just... You see now it's raising the nose again. And try to catch that speed again. Unfortunately, it's a bit slow. So IRL, the aircraft will be a lot faster in doing that. No worries, Voyager, schlaf gut. Yeah, the audio status have gotten better. Yeah, I agree, but no guarantee that it's completely gone now. So you see now, it's raised the nose. And as we get closer to that speed again, it should lower the nose, trying to maintain that trim speed. Now the real aircraft does a better job of doing that. So you see now it's lowering the nose again, ever so slightly, starting to descent rate. Look, it's lowering it. Now it's kind of grooved itself in. Maybe it's because of that turn. You see? So I'm not doing anything. I'm not trimming, I'm not pulling on the yoke. It's just the aircraft trying to maintain that in-trim speed. So it doesn't matter if I increase the thrust now, initially it will not raise the nose. However, as the speed increases, now the aircraft will start to increase the pitch. The same if I reduce the speed, so there's no nose drop initially because of the thrust reduction. No nose drop. However, Now that we get into the trim speed, now it's going to slowly lower the nose, trying to keep that speed. Yeah, now it's doing that nicely. Does that make sense? Does that answer maybe some questions there? Right, let's get all thrust back on again. Speed, VNAV out. Let's continue our descent here. Actually, I'm going to go put myself direct to... What's the waypoint there? It should be... Let's put this up top. Yep. So there's no traffic ahead of me. So now we're getting a little bit... Yeah, so another thing here, again, we're outside of the blue circle. So again, idle power will be enough to reach that 180 knots, I think we've put in. Yeah, 108 knots, 5,000 feet here at the point here. So let me do the following. I'm just going to go on purpose, go above that. Let me force that that white circle to come in. Dial in 5,000 here. Yeah, now I'm getting sound cuts again. It's almost nervous. So now I'm trimming nose up, setting my fly-by-wire speed to the current speed. Oh, there we go. Look, now we've got the circle. You see, we are inside the blue circle, and here's the white circle. So this white circle means from there you need more than just speed brakes. So now idle power will not do. So if I go flight level change now, autopilot on. So hold idle power, flight level change. So idle power will not be enough if the wind stays the same as it is right now to reach 180 knots, 5,000 feet here. Right, so in between those two circles, we have to get a bit of speed brakes out. If we're inside the white circle, we're in trouble. Then probably we need a bit more than just the speed brakes. But you can see as well, these circles are dynamic. So as we change airspeed, as we, when we use speed brakes, let me just put some speed brakes out. The rate of descent increases. Now look at the circle. It will get smaller, putting the aircraft outside the blue circle again. And once we're outside the blue circle, we can stow the speed brakes again and go idle descent without speed brakes. See how the circle's now closing? And there we go, speed brakes in. And now we should be able to do that restriction without any speed brakes. Seatbelts on. 1016. Let's do the descent checklist. Recall was checked, notes checked. Auto brake is 2. Landing data, VREF 127 minimums. That was 800, wasn't it? Minimums bar row 800 feet. And approach briefing completed. Descent checklist complete. Let's read the approach checklist. Approach altimeters 1016. Approach checklist complete as well. Do you have any tips for staying on the center line during landing? Well, I mean, it depends on the aircraft. On a large aircraft, if you... it depends. So, you know, sometimes you have a 60-meter wide runway. Sometimes you have a 45-meter runway. Sometimes you may even have only, 30-meter wide runways. So, on let's say on a 45-meter runway, if I have the feeling that so let's say I'm drifting to the left. So if I have to fear that my right main landing gear will touch down left of centerline, that would be a go around for me. Cabin is ready. Right, let's go 250 knots. Vienna traffic, Speedbird 711 is approaching Whiskey 672 for the ILS 16 in Vienna. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the power visual helps you. It gives you kind of a motion indication if you're going left or right, but not during the approach, right? It's on the ground only. Have you seen the new Honeycomb Bravo Light? No. It comes with all details. It's not out yet. No, I've not seen that. Interesting that they're actually still producing something. Good, we got Oscar Echo Zulu indicating 25 miles. And again, you see the blue circle, we're fine. Idle power, no problem. So that's a really neat feature. I use that IRL on the 787 as well. It's really helpful. Keeps situational awareness, especially when on the radar vectors, and you may get some shortcuts. You know, you can quickly see, do you need speed brakes or not? So that's definitely a great feature. Yeah, sure, we can do a raw data length. Yeah, absolutely. So, flight director's off. And we're going to go manual thrust, manual flight. Just giving myself a flight path vector here. And then give me that. 159, execute for the center line. 700 feet to go. Let's start trimming the speed here. So we're not very heavy, hence quite low up speed here. Right, let's turn on to the center line here. So about half of the dashed line there is a great indication when to start your turn. Final. So you see how you have 2 dashes. So when you reach the halfway point, normally that's, you know, it's airspeed dependent. So the faster you go, the longer these lines become. But when it's half, that's a good point to turn. Little trick. Flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 1. Runway heading 159 is set. So you can see now trimming the stabilizer, or the trim speed. Let's say not the stabilizer. Let's say trim speed, because it's done not just by the stabilizer, but sometimes just the elevators that are being moved and trimmed accordingly. It's a fly-by-wire system, so it does whatever it needs to do to give me the feeling that, you know, I'm like conventionally trimming the aircraft. But definitely helps to keep the aircraft nice and stable, obviously. So not touching the yoke right now. Just get it pitched down a bit. Don't want to climb them. Here comes flaps 15. Vienna traffic. Speedbird 711 is on a 15-mile final 16 in Vienna.
Vienna traffic, Austrian 6-3 on a 25-mile final runway 16 of Vienna traffic.
So where do you look at now? So I have a white drift line. So my track line, the white one. So now I'm a bit right of the runway. So what I want to make sure is I keep that white line. Altitude alert is on purpose on the runway. And that way it's easy to track the center line. So missed approach was 5,000 is set. Just 100, Freddy. So it's 100 and 100. And again, it's just there to keep my GPU, CPU, trying to avoid these sound cuts. But you know what? I have a feeling those sound cuts get worse when I'm flying fast. So when I'm slowing down, it doesn't have to load in and kind of, you know, progress so many new scenery things. I guess then the sound cuts become less. But it's just a theory of mine. Aaron, yes, all the best for that. Yes, I've got a photogrammetry on. Yeah, I do. Why, it doesn't look like it. It is, right? It looks okay. Gear down. Flaps 20. So now I'm continuously trimming up to get my in-trim speed correct. 25. Let's check. Let's go 25. Intermediate there as a flap setting. Trim the speed back, and then let's go flaps 30. Plus 5, so 132 for the approach speed. Fairly low, right? I mean, and then I'll trim for that. And then let's see where we get the aircraft nicely stable. Let's see, can we get the speed brakes armed? There we go. Hang on. Nope. Right, speed brakes aren't fantastic. Alright, so a bit slow. Let's increase the speed again. There we go. And then let's read a landing checklist. Landing checklist complete. Checklist complete. Yeah, traffic. Speedbird 711. 4-mile final, runway 16 in Vienna. So now that I've got everything in trim, I have the speed. There's no real need to...
Austrian 693, 4-mile, correction.
To change things. It should, if we maintain the speed, it should just stay nicely on the path. I'm a little bit high, but I can correct that really quickly. And then once I'm on the path again, I'm trying to get pitch power correct, 1000 is checked, and again. Right, the aircraft is flying so nice and stable. Just reduce the thrust a bit, let the speed come back a bit, and then the nose will lower ever so slightly, adding a bit of thrust again to maintain that speed. So again, so the system's doing what it's supposed to do, right? Trimmed exactly on the approach speed. Now it's just a matter of keeping the speed constant. So the main focus on these, 787 and 777 aircraft is to make sure you have the right pitch and power, right? So as long as you don't have any bigger speed changes, you're not going to run into trouble having to, you know, to manipulate the yoke very often.
Minimums. 200 minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh. Speed brakes up. Reverser, normal. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Those taxi ribbons are back again. Alright, manual brakes, or brake disarmed. Let's take the next one to the right. No, they're medium actually right now, Freda. Yeah, I've changed them to medium here on the latest installation. After landing items. Toyer, thank you much. Yeah, I'm happy with that landing, yeah. So again, it's just a matter of using that, you know, that fly-by-wire system in the way that, you know, you understand how it works. Our runway is vacated in Vienna.
Vienna traffic, Austin 613, 3 mile final runway 16.
Not sure why the hydraulic pressure didn't... Oh, I switched it off. That's why. Was wondering why that hydraulic pump was coming on. Alright. APU starting, strobes are off. TCAS. And I think then we've got it.
Vienna traffic Austrian 1 Alpha, taxiing runway 29.
So let's watch the landing here from... Yeah, I'm glad the sound cuts weren't as bad during the approach, because during flight... But I have to say, I think it has to do with the fact that you're flying so fast. And then... Thank you. I'm sure it has an undercarriage down and landing gear down, but typical Microsoft simulation there. No GG's. Well done, MAN. So I'm going to take the second to the left, Lima. And I don't see any traffic there. Venture, yeah. I mean, we were going fast, no doubt, but I don't think we quite reached the speed of sound. I think it's the Gaia sim for Vienna.
Vienna traffic, Austin 693 runway 16 vacated.
So what parking spot shall we take? I'm going to take, let's have a look here. So let's take parking stands. Come on. Was it Delta 28? What are you doing here? Come on, give me that chart there. Delta 28, I think it is. So let's go GSX. Delta 28. I know it says medium, but it is heavy. I mean, pretty sure now. So the scenery is loaded in, right? So it doesn't have to download anything right now and process stuff that fast. So that's why I think that's why the GPU right now is relaxed. Oh, that was 28. No, hang on. Let's revoke that. That's revoke. That is Delta 29. Okay. Delta 29 it is. There we go. That's better. I don't know. So landing, yeah, there weren't any bigger stutterers on landing, so I think it does work. Yeah. So Landy, thanks again for the tip there. Cool.
Yeah, the traffic adjusting went up, lining up for runway 29.
That is new as well, right? So daytime, they don't use their hands. They don't have these wands anymore. That is a change in... She's shaking. She's afraid. Yeah. All good. So APU is running. Shutdown items. Cabin crew, all doors in park. Then we check. Yeah, everything's in park. Then we go with the shutdown items here. Fuel pumps, beacon, and transponder. And then let's have a look for the checklist. Shutdown checklist. Parking brake is set. Shutdown checklist complete. Weather radar, yeah, radar was off. Yeah, it's just the TCAS here, traffic rings. Radar was off. Yeah, the cross check is for example, you have two flight attendants. Let's say in the front here as an example. So to my understanding, if they say cross check, right? Let's say for some reason the other flight attendant is not at the door or something, the other flight attendant would go then to that door and make sure that door is disarmed as well, right? Yeah, Lorenzo, glad we can help. Cool, welcome to... Oh, there's MAN just parked next to us. That's well, MAN, good parking on your side there. GG's. Oh, okay. What's the super for day here? I don't know. Wednesday soup. Okay, guys. Big thank you to MAN again, gifting those 5 subs. Thank you so much for the resubscriptions, guys. Thank you for the support. It means a lot to me. And also thanks to the 5 Swiss francs from Easy. And also then the £2 from B777 as well. Thank you so much, everyone. I will be back on Friday. So 2 days from now. I'll try to set up maybe a shared flight. We'll see. If not, if nobody has time, we'll find something else to do. But I think we will be back in X-Plane to do some more weather radar testing. And I've heard that maybe the Zebo mod will be having that new weather radar system soon as well. So we shall see. Yeah, Fischkopf, Dankeschön. Thanks for the updates, Fischkopf. Appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, moderators. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all the help. And I'll see you again very, very soon, everyone. Take care until next time. Good night.